This is NBC 25 Today.
Too bad something like this happens.
This hour at NBC 25 Today, major concerns in Huron County this morning after a spill in Seawing River. Find out what the damage it's causing so far.
Also this morning, a brutal attack in Clare County. An elderly man now recovering. What happened, where, and who police say is responsible.
And new accusations against Donald Trump this morning, how his campaign is responding to sexual assault claims, plus what a former Miss Arizona says she's experienced.
This seems to be the story that just keeps giving.
Oh yeah, 4 women now come forward. That says
a lot going on there on the campaign trail. We'll get you up to date here. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. 6 a.m. on a Thursday. I'm Mike Wolfo.
And I am Kristen Aguirre. Let's get your Friday Eve started right now with meteorologist Ahmed Baji.
We're so close to the weekend. We're not quite there yet, but don't worry, we're improving, although cooling down quite a bit. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ahmed Baji, and here is what we've got in store for your day ahead. First, a live look at Saginaw. We've got a beautiful shot here from the top of the Dow, 46 for the current temperature there. Cloud cover holding. That's going to be the general trend through the morning. We will have cloud cover. It will last a little while. A few cloud breaks, but overall, we remain dry. That's the good news. 48 in Lapeer and Caro, all in the 40s across the area. 43 in Tawas, 47 through Saginaw and Bay City. Winds still a little breezy, and they will stay that way as we go through the day ahead. Midland warming up into the low 50s today. Cloud cover still kind of on and off all the way through. Clearing out tonight, though. We're bracketed by clearing skies, actually. And Flint warming up as well. Much calmer, though, after the storms that we got yesterday. Not severe, but enough to really do a little bit of damage. And here is one of those. A Genesee County man actually maybe a little shook up this morning after a lightning strike hit his home, and it set it on fire. This happened last night during the storms that roared on through the mid-Michigan area. Firefighters were able to put out the flames. The home suffered little damage, that's the good news, and the man was the only one inside and was not hurt. Paramedics had to take him to the hospital as a precaution, but that's the good news there, is that he was unhurt after this. Now, obviously the storms, I mean, they tore through the area. I live in Birch Run, and it was wild there for a couple of minutes. A lot of power outages out that way, too.
You know what? I slept right through this, like a little baby. Slept right through it. This morning I woke up and I saw, the ground was wet.
Like all wet.
And I was like, oh, what happened last night? Slept right through it.
I have to admit, down where I was, it was some heavy rain that came through. I want to say like 9:30, 10 o'clock, because I woke up early for some reason. But it wasn't the rain that woke me, because usually I would sleep right through it too.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty nasty. Nothing severe, but just enough to be able to hit it just right. The rain must have been heavy enough to at least weaken it for the wind to come in and knock a few trees down.
All right, thanks. I'm going to check back in with you coming up in a little bit. Well, right now, the state is working to clean up a foul smelling situation in Huron County.
Yeah, an odor is coming from dead fish floating in the Seawing Marina. The water there is black right now. MDEQ officials believe storm sewer discharge is responsible. They also say oxygen levels are below state water quality standards.
And that is actually what's killing the fish. People are concerned about what this could mean down the road.
I'm just curious on what is in there and how long it's going to stay there to see if it's going to affect the fish in the future.
Now, the Seawing River flows into the Saginaw Bay, and we will keep you posted on what MDEQ finds out the spill source is.
We have a heads up for Flint residents this morning. The Dordt Federal Credit Union Event Center water resource site will close early tomorrow and Saturday due to schedule commitments. The site will close at 4 o'clock both afternoons. The regular hours will resume on Monday. Also, in water crisis related news, there is a new lawsuit this morning. A Flint woman wants a special grand jury to determine if Governor Rick Snyder should be allowed to use state money for his defense lawyers. Carrie Weber's lawsuit is the latest among more than 15 filed against the governor. Weber is upset she has to pay for someone else's mistakes when she already has mounting medical bills.
So as all these things are hitting our family, we have no idea what's wrong, but suddenly we have huge, major, serious medical problems.
Any taxpayer that works daily and pays taxes doesn't want to pay for someone else's mistakes.
Mark Brewer is Weber's lawyer. He says this morning Snyder unilaterally approved spending $2 million in taxpayer money for his own criminal defense connected to the water crisis. Weber filed her lawsuit in Ingham County. In this morning's Fugitive Files, Michigan State Police need your help finding these two men. Take a look. Pascal Stitt and Adam Alaniz Jr., both last seen in the Saginaw area.
Now, police want the 28-year-old Pascal on several charges, including extortion, assault, and probation violations. Alaniz is 49 years old, and officers want him for violating parole and trying to avoid law enforcement. If you recognize these men or know where they might be, call Crime Stoppers. Also this morning, a Bridgeport man faces arraignment today after police say they caught him selling drugs in Sebewaing. Deputies arrested the 66-year-old at a gas station yesterday after a 2-week investigation. His name has not yet been released. Also this morning, a pretty unusual attack in Clare County. 3 people now behind bars accused of beating a man with a metal pipe. Clare County Sheriff deputies say the victim is a 67-year-old man. It happened at Hayes Township Park in Harrison Tuesday. Deputies say the attackers are 2 men in their 40s and a woman in her late 20s, all arrested shortly after the attack. Investigators say the trio had bloodstains on their clothes when deputies caught them. The woman and 1 man also had other warrants out for their arrest. And today, the Midland Area Chamber of Commerce is helping county residents get to know county commissioner candidates. A forum begins at 6:30 tonight at the MCTV studio on St. Andrews. The District 1 and District 4 candidates will participate. For more information, just call the Midland Area Chamber of Commerce.
Well, we may not like it, but it's time to start thinking about falling leaves. The group Keep Genesee County Beautiful is rolling out its annual Bag It campaign. Bless you. Thank you. From now through late November, you can leave yard waste bags out with your trash on normal pickup days. They will collect it. Remember, it is illegal to rake leaves into the street in Flint. All right, it's 5:07. Ahmed, what's up?
Well, we are looking at the cold air still moving on into the region, sadly. The main thing here is that once this cold front has passed on through, which it's doing right now, we continue to drop, actually heading down into the 30s for tonight. Here's a close look at where everything is right now. The front itself continuing to pass on down, and obviously you can see the cold air that swings on in behind it. The biggest part is that, of course, the East Coast is going to warm on up. We, however, will not. We're dropped quite a bit. First, clear skies in a couple of spots, but for the most part, it's cloud cover. We're going to stay that way through the morning. A large layer of stratus, basically. That's the even gray cloud cover, not the poofy kind that look really cool, sadly. But overall, once we get out on the water for today, breezy conditions, still looking at around that 2-3 foot wave heights as you get on the outer bay and onto the lake. Could be pushing a little higher, but we'll be decreasing the wave height as we go on into the rest of the day. Winds out of the northwest. And then for the day ahead, at least as you head out the door. So over the next couple hours, as you move on out, we're looking at the sun slowly building back on in and temps trying to rise out of the 40s. We really don't go too far. I'm going to let you know how much we warm up today and if we have any warm relief in the extended. That's ahead.
All right, Ahmed, thank you. Problems just keep on coming for Donald Trump. This morning, his campaign working to fight sexual assault allegations. The latest bombshells up next.
Also ahead, Ben Affleck talks about his new movie and tells us why it should break barriers. Both those stories ahead. Your time right now is 5:08.
You're watching NBC 25 Today with Mike Woolfolk, Kristen Aguirre, and meteorologist Ahmed Badji.